Yo, 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 we are live. What up, KK?
What's up, everybody? Listening to the Fairweather podcast. You are joined by your boy. What I can give myself in Nigeria. You're joined by Omo Coyote today, and I also have Sammy, Alex, and Vic on the show. Just gonna kick things off. Just to say one thing: Nigeria know they finished last. All right, so that's all I gotta say. We won away. We are one away from winning the African Cup. Sammy told me to be a believer. Boy, I believe it now. I believe it now. Sammy, what's
Sammy, Sammy said, "Be a believer." KK said, "I'm gonna go get my hat."
up?
No, but I'll give it to KK. He did warn us. He did warn us that they always have talent. They never played together. So I showed him these guys are because I was weary at first because I was like they have the talent. Let me see if KK's right, and he proved everybody wrong. They proved everybody wrong. They played together. Like Victor, I saw Victor playing defense today, and I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't normally happen, especially international games with us. It's annoying, but we got the country on our back this time. Like basketball. I remember I was watching us play against Carmelo Anthony once, and he had like 10 threes in that game in the Olympics. It was crazy, like 49 points. It was crazy. So I can't rely on basketball, and that's all we got: basketball and soccer. So that's what we're known for in Nigeria. You want to know why Hakeem Olajuwon's footwork was so great? My man was playing football. Excuse me. He was playing football from birth, and that's what you do in Nigeria. So when you see all these big Nigerians that do well and that have good footwork in basketball, in the NFL, a lot of that comes from the kind of training you get as a soccer player. I for one was not able to cut it, so I don't have the good feet works. So, but anyway, thanks for choosing us again. We're here. We're live. A-Rod, I'm gonna start with you. I want to know what's going on in your life right now. What's something that you've seen in the news or in the lights, or something that's crazy to you or wacky or whatever.
It's pertaining to this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce bullshit is what it is, man. And it's that the taper fade is like the new in haircut. Like men haven't been getting it. Like I haven't been getting this shit forever, man. Okay, and it ain't because of Travis Kelce.
I've been getting the fade since I was 7.
Exactly. So if anything, I gotta give Travis Kelce his flowers, his props for saying I didn't make this shit famous. This is what I get. So whoever's writing these articles for the New York Times, like I would literally sit them down and be like, "Are you like a big Taylor Swift fan? Like, are you really have the hots for Travis Kelce? What is it? Because these articles you're putting out, they're stupid." And I'm already expecting the Super Bowl to be like the text message I sent you. Taylor Swift shows us a great American pastime that we've been neglecting for so many years, and she's called it the Super Bowl. It is the game between the two best teams in football, and she's made this great game once again revolutionized for us to all watch. Like, get the fuck out of here with this nonsense.
Or the wave. She gonna recreate the wave. Oh my God, have you seen that before? The crowd is all doing this motion called the wave. So you're looking forward to a Taylor free weekend or a Taylor pack weekend?
Oh, I told you what's gonna happen, man. Halftime show. She's coming up, man.
Is she coming down like on a parachute? You know what I'm saying? Like coming from Japan, like, okay, I'm here. That'd be dope. But
Anita Max Spin.
Vic.
Yo.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Man.
Technical difficulties. One moment.
They now move on to the next round, I believe, to face Chelsea. I'm not sure. I think Chelsea.
Repeat that,
in the next round of the FA Cup. So Matt Turner with 2 saves, penalty saves that got them going. And then, of course,
Vic,
we got Gio Reyna.
Start that from the top. We had a little technical difficulty, but I fixed it.
Okay, now we're back. Wait, from all the way at the top?
From where he kicked it off to you, where he handed it off to you.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Matt Turner came in, made 2 penalty saves to advance Nottingham Forest the next round of the FA Cup. As we know, he's dropped down in the pecking order at Nottingham Forest, so it's good to see that he actually had a strong game. Joe Reyna had his debut over the weekend at Nottingham Forest. He looked immensely better than pretty much anybody else on the pitch there. So love to see it. But yeah, good stuff for Yanks to Bride this week.
Perfect. All right, Mr. Sami, Mr. Technical Difficulty himself. What you got, brother?
My bad, everyone. I accidentally X'd out of Skype, and that caused everything to crash, but it's all good. We're good. The only thing that I want to say is I want to give a crazy shout out to the Jordan national soccer team. This is the furthest they've ever made it to an Asian Cup. They are coached by a Moroccan, and they are in the Asian Cup final. They just beat South Korea in the semifinal to make it to the final against the 2019 champions of Asia, Qatar. So this is going to be a crazy final. So I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, we've got great finals all around, man. I mean, we got the African Cup final, like KK told me earlier, it's all West Africa. We got Cote d'Ivoire against Nigeria on Sunday, I believe. And then you got Jordan and Qatar, pretty much the Arab powerhouses right now, duking it out in Asia. So, yeah, man, if you're not tuning into international soccer, you're really missing out. It's been crazy tournaments.
And a Korean team coached by former USMNT coach Jurgen Klinsmann.
Okay. Look at Team USA making impacts. Look at them. Do I have anything? Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of, stuff. I still want to talk about last week, Monday, how I was at Raw. Still one of the greatest days of my entire life.
Pause.
At Raw. I didn't say I went Raw. I said I was at Raw.
We can pause that one then.
But no, I just, and then on Friday, what pissed me off on Friday was that The Rock was on SmackDown, and I was like, bro, you couldn't come to Raw. That should have been me. And about USF, I'm gonna let my naysayers know later about USF, so you can hold on to that one. Trust me, I'm gonna let my naysayers know. All right, but let's kick things off. Vic is ready for football to be over, so this is gonna be the preview show of the Super Bowl, and then we'll figure out who wins, and then next week, that's it, brother. But the NFL never stops. We're gonna get into free agency. Trades.
Oh, I can't
drafts.
wait. I can't wait to be so mad on this podcast about the draft. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, Vic is fun. It's fun, okay? But as we get ready for the Super Bowl, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Has anybody been paying attention to the media days? Because I've only heard I know about the Travis Kelce with the fade thing. And then, what's his name? Kadarius Toney was saying something like, "Can somebody fill me in? What's going on this week?"
Well, I can tell you the best part of media week so far has been the reporters just bluntly asking Patrick Mahomes how he feels about his dad getting arrested. That was extremely fucked up, but I guess that's journalism. And the Kadarius Toney thing. I mean, Andy Reid went off on Kadarius Toney. So I'll let one of these guys fill you in on the exact words, but it went to the effect of, we don't fucking need this dude.
Yeah, someone asked Kadarius Toney if he's a wide receiver one. He said, when they throw me the ball. That was his response.
Oh my God.
But yeah, to the Patrick Mahomes thing with dad getting arrested, somebody also asked him if he had a six-pack, and he said, yeah, it's a little bit of fat here, but underneath it there's muscle there. And then I saw someone in the comments said, too soon to ask him, so that's what his dad got arrested drinking. So
yeah, it is. But you remember that Super Bowl where the Chiefs played the Bucks, and that's when Andy Reid's his son had he killed somebody while he was driving or something like that.
Yeah.
This seems like a San Francisco win right now based off of that feedback. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, I mean that was it. I mean the spotlight for me has been, I can't think of the kid's name. He's from Louisiana that wants to be
11-year-old.
Yeah, dude, that kid gives the best interview. He's so professional for his age, and even when they want to have fun with him, he's like, yeah, give me a hat, and he just puts the hat on. So kudos to that kid. But media week is media week. It's just facing the camera, saying the normal shit that you usually do, just tack a Super Bowl at the end of it. So
yep. All right, cool. Sammy, did you pay attention to any media week at all?
I saw the soccer related stuff where Atletico Madrid sent
Oh
the
yeah, that was
team's jerseys signed by the players, which I thought was really cool. And obviously, as a soccer fan, I'd nerd out really hard. But it looked like George Kittle had no idea who signed his, or no, Travis Kelsey didn't realize how sick getting a Griezmann jersey was. So
who signed Kittles? Was it
Koke.
That's right, okay.
Travis doesn't strike me as somebody who's very well rounded when it comes to like a lot of different things. I think he has his way and kind of keeps it that way. So
And it's not JJ Watt.
yeah, nobody's JJ Watt. But let's talk about the game itself. So what I did, I'm a degenerate, so I have some plays that
Shotgun guy.
I guess I'm shotgun guy too, because what's the guy? What did he say? Made him shotgun guy.
Oh, we did shotguns before the game last week, and then he said, "I'm shotgun guy. Why didn't you have me do it?" So,
All right, cool. So I'm shotgun guy too, because I'm about to do a shotgun right now. I know Sammy got some drinks over there, so we might have to toast. All right, let's kick things off. We'll talk about the game first, and then I want to get to the odds. I'm gonna kick things off with you, A-Rod. So we got two things. The Chiefs will win because, and then the 49ers will win because. So you got to make a case for both teams. All right. So start with the Chiefs and then give the
That's
49ers.
the Chiefs will win if Kadarius Toney does not play, and if the defense can get pressure to Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy is a good game manager. I know we did see him do like a great scramble a couple weeks ago and get out of the pocket and run for some yards, but I feel like if you put pressure towards Brock Purdy, you're gonna get some results going your way. And these corners, man, for Kansas City, they've really got my attention. McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, that's the other one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So if they can shut down the receivers, they'll be good. On the flip side, for San Francisco, everything I just said about the DBs, Ayuk's got to get busy this game. Like they're saying he's going to have a breakout game. That's what I keep reading from all the beat writers and the media writers, saying he's going to be the focal point or the big target here. I think it's a toss up who it's going to be.
Yeah.
And if I'm betting and I want to like make it scary against the Kansas City Chiefs, what's his name? Dwan Jennings, is that his name?
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like he's the most undervalued receiver on that team. When his name is called, he does something big for that team, whether it's blocking, whether it's making a catch, whether it's a touchdown in the end zone. His name is called, he makes a big play.
Yeah.
Make him a factor into the game. Make him a Swiss Army knife. And the defense, we expect the defense to do well. I mean, I feel like they've kind of gone downhill since being in the playoffs, in my opinion, or in the last few weeks of the season. But they've got to get back to top tier shape. So that's
and on your Jennings point, it's the Super Bowl, so there's always this unsung hero that does something. He might be the David Tyree of the game. Who knows? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's a good point. Vic, the Chiefs will win. Why?
The Chiefs will win because Patrick Mahomes drags their ass to a victory.
I mean, it's literally how it's supposed to be, right? That's what he's been doing. I mean, remember last year, Jalen Hurts was playing his ass off, and Patrick Mahomes had to drag the ass.
That's the only way they can win. If Patrick Mahomes throws over 300 yards and has less than one interception, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the game. Now, on the flip side, how does San Francisco win the game? Well, San Francisco takes that high-powered offense, the number one offense according to Pro Football Focus. They take that high-powered offense and they keep that. This is going to be a shootout, but they keep that ball rolling, feed Christian McCaffrey, and if Brock Purdy shows up, they win the game. They're a different team when Brock Purdy completes 10 or more passes. So if he can stay on the field, stay healthy, and not throw interceptions, Brock Purdy's going to win Super Bowl MVP over Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh.
Can I give my actual prediction though, or no?
Yeah, go ahead. No,
So
wait.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
get to it. We're gonna get to it.
All right.
Sammy, go. The Chiefs will win. Why?
The Chiefs will win because Rashee Rice had over 100 yards receiving, which also ties into what Vic said. That means that the passing script is in Pat Mahomes' favor, and they decide to spread the ball a little bit better, and Rashee Rice is reliable. Because I think that's really important for Mahomes to get those 300 yards passing.
And the 49ers will win.
The 49ers will win, and I'm not going to say the exact same thing as Vic, but I think if Brock Purdy has over 250 yards passing, I think if he does kind of similar to what he did with Detroit, but I also want to add a little caveat to it. I think he needs a couple rushes in this game. I know the script isn't going to be in his favor against the Chiefs to do that because the Chiefs are really good at, compartmentalizing the pocket and forcing quarterbacks to throw against them rather than rush. But I think if he shows a little bit more, like he did in the second half, right? Like he had almost a perfect game in that second half against Detroit where he was making the right decision. If something collapsed on him, he was gone. If the pass wasn't there, he was gone. So I think that's going to be the important part. He's kind of the X factor for me because we know it doesn't matter. We've seen it all year. McCaffrey's going to eat, right? So I'm not going to sit here and say he needs this, he needs this. Yes, he needs to be an integral part of the offense, but Purdy is the X factor for this team to win. I know it sounds really lame, but I think it's really important. And I think he'll get respect. He'll get respect. Yeah. Brock Purdy will finally get the respect he deserves, although I think he still deserves it already. But
do you think, to kind of piggyback off that real quick, actually, do you think this could be like a win-win situation for him or win-lose situation? Whereas, like, if he wins, everyone's going to be like, yeah, everybody was right. But if he loses, is he going to get dogged even more for losing?
I think it depends on the type of game he has. I think there is a lot of risk-reward. I think you're onto something. There's a lot of risk-reward with it. I think if he comes out and has, let's say he has an identical game that he has to Detroit, I don't think people will fault him too much. Although if you take that pick out of it, right? Take the pick out of it, people will say, okay, he had a respectable game. He did his part. But yeah, if he comes out and shits himself, right, and goes like, I don't know, like 10 for 30 and has 160 yards and 2 picks, which could happen, right? Some people just poop themselves, and that will definitely tarnish him very big because it'd be like, wow, those are the biggest lights, and that's what you do.
Yeah. All right, makes sense. So yeah, I had like a little different spin on the reason why I got each one. So the Chiefs were because Steve Spagnuolo and the Chiefs have themselves a dominant defensive evening, like they've been doing in these playoffs. So I pulled up a couple of things. They held the Ravens, one of the top rushing attacks, to 81 rushing yards, 3 for 11 on third down, and forcing 3 turnovers, right? And that's the Ravens that everyone's been talking about all year, MVP, buzzer, right? He held Josh Allen to 186 yards in the air and only an 86.1 quarterback rating. So their biggest weapon, he did well on the ground, but when he needed to make the pass, or you know what I mean, like they shut all that shit down. And then the Dolphins scored 70 points earlier this year, and they were held to 7 points, 188 yards in the air with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and all that stuff, and only 76 yards on the ground with a whole stable of running backs, right? So, excuse me. So, if the Chiefs come to play like the way they've been playing these last 3 games on the road, a couple of these as an underdog, and they still feel that underdog thing, if they shut that shit down, the 49ers don't have, to me, they don't have like a joker card that they can play. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is the joker card, but if they shut down McCaffrey, I don't know how they're going to get the rest of the offense to kind of move. And then the 49ers, they're going to win because if they don't come out the gate the way they came out against Green Bay and the way they came out against Detroit, because if you fall behind 17-0 or 24-7 against Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid is not losing that football game. So the 49ers need to come out and honestly, I'm always the type that wants to, defer to the second half. If the 49ers win the toss, I think they need to go. If they have like a good script, I would receive and just, like put a little bit of fear into the Chiefs with your offense. That would be how I would do it. But I'm not the coach, so but that's kind of how I see it going from my perspective. But Here's the fun part, Vic. It's Vic's picks. It's the casino with the primos. I don't know, whatever y'all want to call it this segment. This is the time that we shine and we talk about what we're seeing on the interwebs from
Vic,
from
do you have a
gaming.
do you have a lock? We call it Vic's lock picks if you got a lock.
Oh, have we kept track of how my locks have gone? I don't know if you guys should be taking my locks.
I'm gonna start tracking it for you. I got you. And no,
Yeah,
Urad, you're doing the right.
I don't know how good they are, but
We'll do
I
Vic's
digress.
locks versus shotgun guy.
Yeah, I might lose a job, guys. So so we got the San Francisco 49ers 9-1 against the spread against the Chiefs of Kansas City with that good barbecue 12-7-1 against the spread. Currently the market favors the line favors the San Francisco 49ers by 2. Sorry, guys, it was truck day the other week. I got excited for a second. The line is at 2. It has moved. It has shifted. It was Kansas City plus 1.5 earlier when it opened. It is now settled in at 2. So the money wise, you have 70% of the cash, 71% of the tickets on Kansas City plus 2. People love Taylor Swift. As far as the money line goes, 41% of the cash, 34% of the tickets only on San Francisco. Guys, the public loves Kansas City. They love Taylor Swift. They want a Hollywood ending. They want to see Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift on the stage.
Also point out that the people love the under 47.5.
So Sammy, and I wanted to talk about that. Who said it was going to be a shootout? Oh, Vic, you said it.
Yeah.
You said it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I have, and I'll let you know who I got winning the game, but I have the final score being like 24-20, which would be at 44, and the over is at 47.5, right? So to me, the reason why this game is going to be competitive is because both of their defenses showed up to play. That's how I see it, because Kansas City's best path to victory to me, they got to focus on stopping the 49ers. And the 49ers, to me, the same thing. They got to stop Patrick Mahomes. So to me, I think the defenses are going to really show up. That's just how I see it. I'm not the expert or anything like that, but
I could be crazy, but I think both teams are going to move the ball because I think they're both good enough to move the ball. I think there's just going to be very critical third down stops. So we might get a little field goal game for maybe the first half,
Correct.
Yeah. I will say that the San Francisco 49ers have hit the over in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their games. They've hit it one. They've hit 6 of the last 8 games. They've hit the over. But on the other side, you have the Chiefs who have hit the under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 times out of the last 6 games. So the only over being against with the Buffalo Bills game. So yeah, I mean, everything is pointing towards under here. Yeah. But I just cannot see that this would be an under. These are both teams, maybe not Brock Purdy, but both the team has been to the Super Bowl before. This is not a first time Super Bowl team versus an experienced Super Bowl team. This is 2 guys that have been there, been in the playoffs, been through it. I think we're gonna get a shootout here and a fun game, hopefully. Now, I hope they hit the over. I would take the over personally, because why the fuck would you root for no points?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Super Bowls are always interesting because it's either a blowout or a really good game. So it's like you never know what you're gonna get at first, and then I can remember like the Rams Super Bowl. To me, if OBJ doesn't tear his ACL in the first half, that's even more points to me that they probably would have scored in the second half. But it ended up being 21-17 or something like that. So it's just there's so many different ways we can look at the game. I definitely don't see a blowout though. I definitely don't see a blowout. I think it's gonna be real close.
No.
And it might be like a field goal game, honestly. But Chiefs money line, I got it at plus 105. I kind of like it. What do you think?
I only don't like it because the value is there for it, right? Yeah. But I don't like it because I don't want to root for the Chiefs. I'm actually rooting for the 49ers in this game.
Yeah, but you got to take your emotion out of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to bet on either of them. And I'm going to take, well, no, I'm definitely going to take the 49ers -2, and then probably link that up with my best bet of the night, which is let me see if I can find that on Hard Rock. Actually, I'm going to come back to my best bet. You guys keep cooking. I'm going to
A-Rod, what you got cooking over there, A-Rod? Or do you have anything from Shotgun Guy that he told you?
Shotgun Guy is Sammy. Sammy is his legal bookie now. So like,
what is your client saying? Because I know he sends you his bets.
He does. So one of the things we chatted about earlier was, well, we did a lot of basketball earlier. One that I sent him that I thought was really nice. It's on the Hard Rock Bet right now. There aren't a lot of player props that are currently up, but they do have some quick ones that you can grab. And I thought this was really interesting, and I thought the value was there. Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy records 1+ rushing touchdown. It's plus 180. So pick your poison. Who's going to score? I think it's more likely to have Mahomes rush one in, but I wouldn't doubt it, especially what we saw from Brock Purdy last week, if he has to rush one in. So at plus 180, you can do way worse. You know what I mean? So.
I could see Brock Purdy running in for a touchdown this game. Like I can physically see it. Like Chris Jones just misses him and then he kind of like just skirts for 7 yards or something like that. I can see that. I can see that. So I
have a fun one.
Yeah.
This is a little crazy, but I don't hate the value. Now, keep in mind let me say it and I'll give you the caveat. So Christian McCaffrey and Isaiah Pacheco, each with 39.5 receiving yards and 79.5 rushing yards, over or equal. So you got to get 80 or 40 for receiving and rushing, respectively.
And they both have to hit it?
Right. And that's plus 3,000. Now, I want to look at if you can drop Pacheco's rushing yards to maybe 60 and see if it's still in the plus 2,000. I think that hits. I really think that hits.
So my concern would be, I mean, Pacheco does get some catches in the game. So I can see. I mean, McCaffrey to me, like one of my bets that I have in is McCaffrey over 34.5 receiving yards. So to me, McCaffrey is going to be there with the receiving yards.
I'm not worried about CMC with that bet.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that one to me was like a lot basically. So I got that, and I'm thinking if he has like 48, 52 yards. Pacheco only need how much to get the receiving yards?
40.
40. It's tough.
They're nice. They're nice numbers.
I know. It's tough. I know it is. Those are nice numbers.
If it's script like we're talking about, two defense that are good, it's going to be number one. It's going to be touchdown. I mean, it's going to be check down city, right? Like it's going to have to be check down city.
That's what I thought. I thought they're going to get to Brock Purdy. He's going to be like, Christian McCaffrey's going to be my best friend today. And same thing. You got Chase Young and Bosa and Hargraves in the middle. You're going to have to take advantage of your running back. So, I can see that. You might have got me. I think I'm going to lock that one in.
Now, keep this in mind. I think a lot of people – this is another one that I think is really interesting. Again, don't listen to me because I got burned on this one last week, but I thought it was easy. Now, depending on how you're leaning, I think if you pair up the money line of the Chiefs – with a Pat Mahomes over 1.5, or if you want the Niners and you pair it with a Brock Purdy over 1.5, I think you'd be worse off. Those are both plus 150 plus, so I think that's pretty good value there. Especially if you're leaning one way or the other, you might as well pair it up. I think because as we talked about, it's important that those two guys get cooking.
So I have over on the 1.5 touchdowns for Mahomes already, and I have the Chiefs money line. So if I package that up,
plus 160, it's nice.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do that. And then one that I had, my last one before, I don't know what you got going on, but another one that I have in here at plus 4,000, Isaiah Pacheco and Travis Kelce. So, all right, Isaiah Pacheco anytime touchdown, Travis Kelce first touchdown. I want to lean. I feel like Andy Reid, Mahomes, and Kelce got this kind of connection, and you can see he's been cooking in the playoffs. So I got anytime for Pacheco, and he's been every time I put anytime touchdown for Pacheco, he hits all the time.
He's going to
all the time.
Yeah, he's going to
all the time. And then Travis Kelce first. That one's going to be. I just feel good about that one. And I got the Chiefs winning, and on behalf of the USF Bulls, I got Valdez Scantling over 1.5 catches. You gonna get me too. You gonna get me too.
I would be the thing I would be nervous for you though, KK, is like if the Chiefs don't get the toss, then you're gonna be
Yeah.
pooping yourself that Kelsey's not gonna get the first touchdown.
I really feel confident in the defense of the Chiefs, and I also feel confident that the 49ers have started off slow against lesser talent.
But does the field goal, if they go down and get a field goal, does that ruin your first score or first touchdown?
It says first touchdown. So yeah, okay. I think field goal is probably fine. I'll read into it, but I'm pretty sure it's the first touchdown that is scored.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if they force feed Kelsey that first drive just to kind of like get it out of the way. You know what I mean? Because of the Taylor
Swift thing.
Thing.
I kind of thought of it. Yeah, that's why I kind of thought about it. Because you got the young viewers and the women who never paid attention to the Super Bowl tuned in at that time. The script that Roger Goodell has laid down is, look, man, Kelly, make sure you feed that boy. We need them because they're gonna be playing ads. Somebody paid $7 million for an ad this weekend, so they're gonna be playing ads, and I bet you they're all gonna be geared for a certain party that's into a Taylor Swift. So, that's what I got going on. Plus 4,000. I like my odds. I like the numbers there, but that's all I got. All right. Sorry, Deebo Samuel's over 16.5 rushing yards. I feel good about that one. I feel like they need him. So, yeah.
I'll let me write it go, and then I'll give you my best bet.
I'm not a betting man. You know that. I stay away from the betting. Next year I'll get on the bets. But looking at some of these, Juwan Jennings over under 1.5. I'm smashing the over on that because I feel like for some reason
you love him.
I don't. I just like every time I watch a 49ers game, I strictly pay attention to him, and he's so strategic to a lot of the plays that happen. Like he blocks well. If Deebo gets out the game, he's an easy target for him. Yeah. I'm a fan of that, and for some reason I don't know why, but I feel like Kyle Juszczyk is going to get a touchdown. I feel like this is the type of game we finally
either him or Brock Purdy. He's going rushing touchdown. Yeah, either him or Brock Purdy are going to get a rushing touchdown.
I can't wait to see that Juszczyk bet. I'm actually interested in that. I might do a first touchdown or anytime touchdown Juszczyk just to play with it. That's interesting.
And the reason I say that too is because of the whole Taylor Swift thing too. Like I feel like if there's anybody to stick the punch to it is the guy whose wife is making these jackets finally endorsed by the NFL. Congrats to her. That's like their way into this of like, yeah.
I'm a little mad about that, by the way. She's not the first person to design NFL jackets that are dope. Like, how did she get that?
There's a guy here in Tampa that does shit like that, man, and he does a great job with it. He makes stuff for the Buccaneers players, but I mean, it's word of mouth. And if your husband's an athlete,
I was about to say none of them were dating Taylor Swift, so that's what it comes down to.
But I mean, get it how you live, man. I mean, you gotta be smarter, work harder. I mean, if Taylor Swift hits you up, that's all you need right there. Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans, you're making stuff for Mike Evans, and like you think he's gonna be like call the NFL and be like, hey, this guy makes dope stuff. Nah.
I want that one over there. All right, Vince.
All righty, guys. So my lock of the night is Reba McEntire. The over/under has jumped to 90.5 seconds on the national anthem. That's according to FanDuel Sports. What's that?
Is that like a whole point?
What do you mean?
Because like,
I think it was 2.5.
It was at 83.5. It was at 83.5.
Oh, wow. Shit.
And now it's 90.5 seconds. Reba McEntire has performed the national anthem several times in front of a crowd. In 1985, she did it on Game 1 of the World Series. It was clocked at 65 seconds. Game 3 of the 87 World Series, 1 minute and 22 seconds. Her first time performing the national anthem before a sporting event was in 1974, the National Finals Rodeo. That was 72 seconds. And she did the anthem for the celebrity softball game in 2017, 78 seconds. Now, with all that being said, the quickest national anthem to date for the Super Bowl was Billy Joel in 2007 with 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that would mean that she would, if she goes on the under, she would be the shortest national anthem in the history of the Super Bowl. So with All that being said, I'm taking the under at 90.5 seconds, minus 130.
Hell yeah.
70% of the bets are on the over, but 57% of the money is on the under. Give me the under.
Slow country there, man.
Clip this up, and we are posting this tomorrow, y'all, because that was amazing. That was next level.
My wife's calling me up.
So, guys, my wife said no.
Don't forget, he's a father and a husband. Boy, that's crazy. That took the cake. I mean, that's the lock. That's the lock. A-Rod, write that down. That's the lock.
I told y'all last week that it's going to be over 90 when we had the first bet and they said 83 minutes. I was like, no, this lady sings slow. There's no way, man. I'm telling you, she's older now too. She's like, what?
83 minutes, sir, in 3 seconds. So long ass anthem.
I'm saying at least a minute 38, minute 40.
She gonna be slow with it. A minute 25. A minute 25. Lock it in. Nah, probably like a minute. Minute 25. Lock it in. Lock it in. That's what I got. So, but yeah, that's all I got. Did you have anything else you wanted to add to that, sir?
Who, me? No.
Absolutely, you.
What about our predictions? We got predictions coming.
But no, just after. If you have anything to add, then we're gonna give a prediction.
No. I know that anytime safety can get pretty good value on that. That's a fun one.
Anytime safety. Okay, I'm gonna look at that one. I think
what we should do too this week. So for everybody watching, everybody tuning in, KK or A-Rod, I know you guys are good with the infographics. What we should all do is pick some best bets before Saturday, right? Because I think it should come out Friday on Hard Rock. Like they'll post all the actual player props on there that you can put on there, because I haven't seen them on there, or whenever in the next couple of days we can do it, and we can pick some fun ones that we want to look at. That way we can keep each other accountable.
Yeah, we're gonna lock it in.
No game, right. Just like actual player things that we think will happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal A-Rod's use chick one.
And I'm not even a betting man like I used to be.
I'm just kidding, bro.
You copyrighted it.
You can take no. You can take next year. I'm getting on board. I'm going back to betting. I'm gonna start small.
Don't do it.
And then
don't do it.
I know I'm gonna find my way.
I feel like you shouldn't do it, sir.
You have to be the voice of reason for us. You have to be the voice of reason.
No, because I'm a fucking degenerate. You pull up to my house, we do a shotgun right in front of the house. So no, absolutely not.
It was your shotgun guy that got me back into this gambling.
We should have shotgun guy call into the show and give his props and then just hang up on him every time.
All right.
Why don't they have the anthem on Hard Rock?
Yeah, they don't. I've been waiting for it. I don't know if they're gonna put it on.
I'm just happy they finally allowed same game parlays. Remember, when it first came out, they didn't have same game parlays, but now when they updated it and stuff with the legalizing, they got same game parlays, which is dope.
I do like that. I like to for example, for this game, I have a whole Chiefs same game parlay because I think the Chiefs are gonna win. So if I think a team's gonna win, you know what hurt the most? I didn't tell you guys because I was busy that day. But when Nigeria played last week, against who was it last week? Angola. Was it Angola?
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, it was Angola.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I put in this bet, and oh my god, it was Nigeria winning. What else was it? Hold on, where is it?
My man became a believer. I love it.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was Nigeria winning.
40 bets to go look
I had
at.
to score 1-0. I had the final score right. It was 1-0. I had who did I have score? Who did I have score? Did I have Oshman score? No.
Lookman.
Lukman.
I had something else. And you know what killed me? Corners. I picked Nigeria corners.
That's so tough.
And it was it was a great value. And I just figured I hit on everything else, and then that one. No, I thought they would be a little bit more, aggressive to the goal, so there's gonna be more opportunities for it. But yeah, that one sucked. But all right, it's time. We've been waiting all year for this. Did anybody preseason team make it to the Super Bowl? Because I had Ravens and Eagles, so not me. Any of y'all?
I think I had Niners, but
no,
that was it.
I think I also had Eagles. I think I had Eagles. I don't know if I had the Chiefs.
I had Eagles, yeah.
A-Rod, did you have any skins before?
Nope.
I had the Jets and somebody, right?
Show me a gun.
All right. We're here. We made it. It's time. We're gonna start with you, A-Rod. Who wins and what's the final score? And who's your Super Bowl MVP?
I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning 27-24. MVP will be Travis Kelce, just to put the cherry on top.
Basic. Basic.
Hey, this is the script. We talked about the script. I feel like this is the best script we can get right now. So,
Sammy, take it away.
All right, I'm gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm not gonna go with my brain. I know what my brain's telling me, but I'm gonna go with my heart. I got the San Francisco 49ers winning 27-23, and I got my MVP as Brock Purdy.
Okay. All right. Cool. Vic, tell me.
I got the 49ers 31, the Kansas City Chiefs 27, with Christian McCaffrey as the MVP.
I got the Kansas City Chiefs winning 24-20. Patrick Mahomes gets his next Super Bowl MVP as he tries to keep up with Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, the third or something like that. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yo, we got, not to bring it up, we got Townie Sports versus the Fairweather Podcast.
I know. We
That's
split
dope.
up.
I like this.
I was thinking it too. I
like it.
All right, I'm standing on business right now, so let's no Chiefs. I'm buying the Taylor Swift jersey, and the album. I'll buy it. I'll bootleg. What did he say? I killed a bootlegger. What did he say?
shoot a bootlegger.
I shoot the bootlegger. All right, so
You better thank Easy for that, bro.
Yo, for real. Yo, Easy got Taylor Swift popping for real, and then he made that song famous. And I was like, damn, Taylor, he's still on his mind like that. you won. You won. So all right. NBA talk, NBA time. Let's get it on. We're going back to a couple of things that we've been doing. We were doing prior to the NFL season, and it is time. We're gonna get to the trade deadline tracker in a little bit because it keeps updating, obviously. But we're gonna do bitch. Who do you love? And start with the little start bench cut in there as well. We're gonna do this all-star snub edition. So the first one we'll get to. Oh, yeah, two. Anyway, the first one we're gonna get to is gonna be between Trae Young and Scotty Barnes. I'll wait for their Sandy. There he is. So we'll start things off. Bitch, who do you love? With the sub segment for this one because we're not doing Franz Wagner. Fuck it. So who do you love between Trae Young and Scotty Barnes? And the caveat, you got to pick this player that you want to have him right now, all the way in your foxhole, all the way to the end of the season. So playoffs and everything, just as he is right now. Like we're not gonna think about anything he's done in the past. None of that. Right this second on February 7th while we're filming this. Okay. So I'm gonna start with you, A-Rod, because I was looking at you when I was saying that because I feel like I needed to clear that up. So I'm gonna start with you, A-Rod. Who do you love between Trae Young and Scotty Barnes right now?
Well, I am a New York Knicks fan, so it's always and forever will be fuck Trae Young. Give me Scotty Barnes all day, every day.
I like it. Sammy?
Nah, give me Trae Young, man. This is tough, man, because they both kind of suck this year. I'm gonna go for
the Hawks and Raptors.
I'm gonna go. Honestly, like I said, if this isn't a vacuum, right, and I don't know who else is on my team, like I'm gonna go for the volume guy that can score buckets. Because if both of them, their plus minuses are pretty shit anyway. But I take the guy that can score more points to cushion that plus minus a little bit better than Scotty Barnes.
I like that. All right, Vic. Who do you love?
I'll be honest. I don't like either of these guys.
You gotta love one. You gotta like one. At least.
It's really just philosophy, right? Like, are you more defensive minded or offensive minded? Do you prefer efficiency or inefficiency? I cannot believe you're making me take Trae Young, but I would take Trae Young.
Oh,
This is
God.
tough
I'm
stuff. Yeah.
shocked. Did all y'all pick Trey? Oh no, it was
No.
Trae Young, man.
Yeah, I got Scotty Barnes because at the end of the day, I don't want no little 5'11" midget with a bad haircut. Give me the dude that's like full size and an NBA player. You know what I mean? Like that could guard a lot of different positions. That can.
Well, you said end of the year. You didn't say whole career, right?
No, I'm saying
Just
right.
to the
So
NBA.
I don't care in
Yeah.
the playoffs. Little teams get dominated. That's just what happens. Like once they know who you like. Remember LeBron in that one NBA championship run where he was just doing the pick and roll, which he's been doing for a while now. He takes the pick and roll on Steph Curry or the weakest link and just dominate. Trae Young, come on now. I'm picking on him all playoff long, all playoffs long. Your mic isn't working, Vic. Vic, okay. He's mad at me.
Vic said, "Nah, I'm out of here."
He said, "We're out of here." So, A-Rod. So I know you picked Scotty Barnes, so I appreciate that. Sammy, you said Trae Young, didn't you?
Correct.
So don't you believe in that philosophy a little bit?
The defense thing, yes. But like I said, you kind of said no regard for who else is on your team. So I'm looking at it from a vacuum, and I'm saying, okay, if this is my first guy, I'm just gonna take Trae Young because he can score buckets. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can put defense around him, but
all right, cool. All right, now we're gonna do start bench cut, all-star snub edition. So we're gonna start with point guards or just guards in general. De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray, or Derek White. Derek White has entered the chat. We start with you, A-Rod.
If Derek White, for the love of God, I know he is, but makes it on a start or a bench, get the fuck out of here. Okay? Seriously. You are an over the top fan. All right? Over the top fucking fan. I don't give a fuck about his plus minus. I don't give a shit about that. All right? Personally, me, I feel like Jamal Murray is undervalued. I'm gonna start Jamal Murray.
That's Fair Weather Podcast. We right here, dog. We right here.
And that hurts me because I really like De'Aaron Fox. I respect his game. I think he's matured. I think he's endured what Boogie Cousins couldn't do with the Sacramento Queens, and he's been able to get through it. But I'm gonna bench him. And Derek White, bro, you're gone. You're cut.
So and just to piggyback, because that's the same thing I have. I said the same thing. I feel very bad for Fox, but as the West is constructed right now, he's never making an All-Star game because John Morant's gonna be back next year. He ain't getting it over him either. So, and then one of these point guards right now that are on a more popular team are going to blow up a little bit more. So he's stuck in that that Memphis Grizzlies shit with Mike Conley. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little concerned about his with that because it sucks. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about that. But Jamal Murray is battle tested. So the guy that I know has seen it. He's seen it twice. One wasn't a loss against the Lakers, and then the one that they won. So he's been to 2 NBA Finals already. I'm taking the guy that has a little bit more to offer right now. Vic, start bench cut.
Can't wait to hear it. Can't wait.
Fox,
Vic, they set us up. This is bullshit.
Jamal Murray or your boy Derek White. I want to hear what you got to say about that, brother.
No, I mean this is this is obvious. I think Derek White's a great player, but he's not a number 2 or he's not number 2 on any teams.
Yeah. Okay.
These guys are both number 2s. De'Aaron Fox has the potential to be number 1. Jamal Murray, I think his potential has passed him by, but let me start Jamal Murray because I like his versatility. Because you could start him at the 1, you could start him at the 2. Give me De'Aaron Fox as a bench, and obviously cut my guy Derek White, but our defense is going to suffer drastically.
So what if the Milwaukee Bucks pick him up on waivers?
Well, the thing is you gave me like 2 freaking all NBA players, then you gave me Derek White.
I gave you the All-Star. That's their all-star, right?
In the East, yeah. In the East, yeah.
All right.
But now, if we're talking
Sammy.
if we're talking, something a little bit more reasonable, if you put
Sammy, go.
put him in the last one, I would have taken him over Scotty Barnes or Trey Young.
That I agree with. But like,
look at you guys.
First of all, I just want to say, I just want it to be known, right? Like these guys, I love these guys to death. They're setting us up, right? Like, but we're not dumb.
Hey,
we're not gonna bite.
Don't say these guys. Don't say these.
Come on.
We're not gonna
You don't
bite.
think Derek White
Like,
better than
we're not.
De'Aaron Fox?
We're not
Mr.
crazy.
Nigeria is himself.
Like, we're not crazy, right? Like, we love Derek White, and I think if you like, in my opinion, so before I pick, I mean, the pick is the same, right? It's Jamal Murray start, and then it's De'Aaron Fox bench. I think that's
like it.
everywhere, yeah. But like with the Derek White thing, like if you like ball, if you watch ball, and you watch Derek White, and this is even when he was with San Antonio, like that dude plays very good basketball. Like he just plays very good fundamental basketball. So that's why he doesn't mess things up. He doesn't mess anything up. No, I mean, obviously you're not going to start him over Jamal Murray, but if you have him on your team as like a third, fourth guy, you could do much worse than that. You could do way worse than that.
All right. How about we do this before we get to the next one? We're going to swap in Franz Wagner. Because I know Sammy wants to talk about Franz. So take out Derek White and swap in Franz Wagner. So we can go Franz Wagner, De'Aaron Fox, and Jamal Murray.
I mean, the results the same.
Change.
Yeah, the results
I don't
the same.
know. Listen. Again, you know how I said about, I want a good sized player, right? I'm probably taking Franz Wagner over, unfortunately, over De'Aaron Fox, because there's a lot more versatility with somebody that can do a lot of those, do a lot of things, you know what I mean? And it has the size too. So, and when I got to see him play against KD, what was it, a couple weeks ago, last week, whatever it was, I was very impressed because him and Paolo really showed out for Orlando. And watching him live, I'm like, he really, like, he's always in the right spots. He's going to get the rebounds. He might post up a little guard. So I actually that would change mine a little bit. I probably want to put Franz in there. So.
But Franz plays like a more three, doesn't he? He doesn't really play guard position.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if we just swap him out, because Franz, he's either leading or second assist on the team. If I'm not mistaken. Like he's a three that's like a bigger guard, if that makes sense. So
yeah, but he's not the most efficient player on that team. I don't know. I think the hype I think Franz Wagner, but I think the hype for him's gone a little bit too far.
Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next setup question.
The only reason that he put that in there, Vic, is because I thought Franz Wagner might have deserved to be in over Scotty Barnes or Trae Young.
It is a little weird with Scotty Barnes because the Raptors are horrible.
I cannot believe that they both made it over Derek White. I mean, that's a fucking slap in the face.
Oh my God!
All right, A-Rod. To their credit, Karl Anthony Towns made the All-Star game in the West because they were the best team in the West at that time. They did not deserve to put him in there. Like not even over Gobert. Like he had no business being there. So Boston being the best team in the East, it doesn't hurt to put the third best player on the number one team over the number one player on the number 11 team. That's just how I see it. So that's an instance in which I wouldn't have been mad if it was Derek White over Scotty Barnes.
I would be fucking appalled if Derek White made an All-Star team. I'm sorry. I know you're.
A-Rod, Derek White is the epitome of the type of player you would like on your team. All the things
that
you talk about with the New York Knicks, everything that you say about the New York Knicks, like if Derek White was doing the same exact thing that he's doing on the New York Knicks, you'd be up in arms about Derek White getting snubbed.
Don't you love Josh Hart? Don't you love Josh Hart?
Here's the thing, though. If Derek White was getting the amount of shots that Scotty Barnes was getting, he'd be doing a lot more with those shots. I'm telling you that right now.
But he's not because
he's not Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown
right on the team. So,
but if you use
should have made it before him.
You're right with that scenario because like Jalen Brunson went from Dallas where he couldn't do it as much as he wanted to. He got the role that he wanted in New York. Boom,
right.
All-Star.
Right, exactly.
It's a fucking All-Star game. People want to see people score points. Okay, so if Mop Top is scoring 27 points and Derek White is scoring 16, I think they're going to want Mop Top in there. And they don't give a fuck about plus minus efficiency. I'm just being real, okay? I think if there's a guy on a shit team that's scoring 30 a game, like Russ used to be back in the day.
But it's the coaches who vote for this. So the coaches are basing this on who they they play against these players every night. So who they really like. Yo, that guy.
Hey, Rod, that's going straight on Instagram. That was hilarious.
Seriously. I've never seen an All-Star game where like it's been like a few times that a sixth man has made the All-Star team.
Kyle
He's not a
Korver.
sixth man. He starts every game.
Starts.
Remember the Atlanta Hawks? Kyle Korver, Jeff Teague.
Bro, what happened to them in the final? And what happened to them in the Eastern Conference run?
But they were the number 1 seed.
They did. I get it. But the East was also like banged up that year, and there was nobody like worth a shit out there. So
They won 60 games. That was
Yo,
impressive.
can I ask this question? Like, let's not settle on Derek White, but like,
Yeah.
I this is a little bit of a Celtics, but I'm kind of excited. I know you guys probably are too. Jaylen Brown's going to be in the dunk contest, man.
I'm not excited for that. I don't want him to get hurt.
as long as he doesn't do a dunk from the
Nah,
if he
this is
doesn't do a
fine.
dunk from the right side, then I'm okay with it.
Damn. The left side, you
Nah,
mean?
Obi Toppin's
Think about
Toppin's
it.
brother. Obi
I
Toppin's
would much. I'm happy that we're getting an actual All-Star to compete in the dunk contest.
Me
Like,
too.
That to me,
Me too.
that made me excited.
agree.
And like Jaylen Brown does not move the needle for me. You know, like he doesn't get me all excited or anything. Pause. But him doing the dunk contest, I'm like, oh, I want to see what he comes up with because that's like a real good NBA player, not just a little rookie.
A good
that's trying to
dunker
make a
too.
name.
He's been a good dunker
Yeah.
for the last 5 years.
They got G Leaguers in the shit now. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, it used to be Michael Jordan, Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant, and now we got G Leaguers, Mac McClung coming back. So we'll see how that goes. All right. We spent a lot of time because of Derek White, so I wonder how this one's going to go. And listen. All right. Domantas Sabonis, Alfred Sengun, Kristaps Porzingis. Remember, the caveat is right now, today, you get them right now. Doesn't matter what position you need on your team. You want this guy in your foxhole as you advance to try to make it to the NBA Finals. So, Sammy, I'll start with you this time. Start bench cut. Sabonis, Sengun, and Kristaps Porzingis.
In a vacuum, is everybody healthy 100%?
Oh my God!
Or are we considering?
You're taking them who they are as is.
All right. That's why I had to ask.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, so I'm starting Sabonis, I'm benching Sengun, and I'm cutting Porzingis because of the injury risk. All right, you can shoot me now.
Damn,
Nope.
that's all you. That's the only reason why, because of the injury risk. You don't think he's as
It scares
talented
me.
as
Oh, he's way more talented than both of them, 100%.
yeah, talent wise.
But
Yes.
there's a
Talent-wise.
risk involved with Porzingis, and Vic can shoot me down or whatever, but he can't sit there and tell me that him getting injured scares the shit out of you. Like it scares the shit out of me. Yeah, he did. No, he did. I gave him the. I'll give you roses again or flowers again, but I gave you the flowers last time.
But Vic, what's your thought on that, Mr.
Can I go last on this one?
Okay, A-Rod, go ahead.
I'm sticking to my guns on this, man. I'm really, really high on this Sengun guy, and it hurts me to do it. Bonus. I love Sengun. I'm gonna start him.
Let's go.
I'm gonna bench Sabonis, and I'm gonna cut Kristaps. And to be fair, I do not have a vendetta against Kristaps Porzingis. I love what he did in New York. I love how he stood up for Carmelo Anthony. I love how he said, like, I don't like the way this organization is being ran. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at him at all. But history has proven he ain't got no knees. Pause. He ain't got
Talent-wise, though. Talent-wise, right?
He's got the talent, but like I feel like it's past him now. I feel like there's still talent there, but I just feel like it's slowly with
It's
every
not about past him. It's about he can't stay healthy enough to.
That's it.
To completely
It's
get
not past them.
all-
He just
all of it. And A-Rod, I love you, bro, because I got the same shit, man. I knew we were gonna be there. Sengun, bro, I love that dude, bro. Like,
there's something about him.
I remember when I watched him in the summer league. I was like, I think he came. Did he come in with the other rookie? What was his name? The light skinned Jalen Green. Did he come in together?
No, he came in the year before, and he was with another team. I think wasn't he with another team?
No, he got drafted by the Rockets.
I think he came in with Zion's draft.
He came in with one of the people that because the Rockets had like a featured player that everyone was looking. It might have been tall kid. What's his that came from Auburn?
Jabari?
No, yeah, that guy. It might have been him, but I remember I was watching him in the summer league. I was like, "Yo, this dude got some game to him, right?" And now we're seeing it more and more, like in a bigger.
He's only like 21 or 22 as well.
On top of that, yeah. So I'm starting him because I feel like he's got more juice in the tank, and he gonna get me places. So I'm like, yeah, I like it. We right there, dog. Yeah, and I'm benching Sabonis, even though I love Domantas Sabonis. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I love the way he plays. So I would definitely want him on my bench, but not to the fault of Porzingis. He's just the odd man out on this one. Because I really do. If Porzingis was a Sixer, I'd be probably drinking the Kool-Aid too. Don't get me wrong. So, but we'd have 2 7-footers with no knees. So, go figure.
When he
Pick you
plays,
up.
it's crazy. When Porzingis plays, he is by far, and this is going to be crazy for me to say, I think he's our second best player. If when he plays and when he's healthy, he's the second best player on this team.
His upside to me is to be the second best player. Like to me, Jaylen Brown's ceiling is not as high as his. Tatum could be the best player in the
already
league.
at his ceiling, to be honest.
When he got that 300 mil, he's like, yep, this is the best you'll get out of me, sir. So like,
but we got him. We got him at a steal. So when we got him at a steal, and then the very next year he got that contract, he elevated way above that contract. So I mean, he's due. So I can't fault him for that, or fault the organization for the situation.
I like it. All right, you up, Vic?
Give me Sabonis as my starter. Give me it's tough, right? Because you can't just compare stats. Because Sengun is probably like the best, the focus of that Rockets offense and like the anchor of their defense, right? Not including, other than Fred.
I don't know about the focus because they have Jalen Green and they have a lot of offensive talent.
Yeah, I got Fred. I mean, I got Fred VanVleet, but I mean, like he's the playmaker, right? They're not asking. He's the one that I feel like initiates the offense.
Like a Sabonis.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So those two guys, I feel like if you look at stats, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but. Oh man, this is a good one, KK. I'm gonna go with Sabonis as my starter. I like what he brings defensively. And I'm gonna say, damn the torpedoes. Give me Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorn, as my bench big, and then I'll put Sengun on the bench. Let me see you do it for a few more seasons, young man.
I like it. That's my guy, though. I love Sengun. So
let me get you straight. I love all three of them. I think Sengun's like good.
Those are three good like European players that play really good basketball. You know what I mean? So definitely on that one. All right, let's move on. We have our next start bench cut All-Star Stub edition. Rudy Gobert, Jarrett Allen, Miles Turner. So defensive-minded type of players that have some have a little bit more offensive game than the others. So A-Rod, I want to start with you on this one. Start bench cut: Rudy, Jarrett Allen, Miles Turner. I feel like we talked about Miles Turner a couple of weeks ago with him just being so wishy-washy with trades and all that stuff. But go ahead.
I'm starting Miles Turner.
Ooh.
I'm going to bench Rudy Gobert, and I'm going to cut Jarrett Allen.
Wow. Okay. That's okay. Sammy, did you hear his start bench cut? Oh, he's doing whatever. Vic, we'll get to Sammy. Vic, what do you got on this one?
I'm going to start Rudy Gobert. He was a defensive player of the year for a reason. He's on one of the best teams in the West. I'm going to bench Miles Turner because at least he gives me some kind of offense. And I'm going to cut Jarrett Allen.
Man, I am so different on all this shit. So, and we'll get to you, Sammy. Don't worry. I'm starting Jarrett Allen. Like, to me, I get the same thing I'm getting from Gobert, but with a little bit more skill and talent. This is how I see it. So I'm starting Jarrett Allen. I am benching Miles Turner because I do like the fact that he can shoot, he can block shots, every year his blocks are over like 2.5 or something like that. It's crazy. So and he can shoot the three. So Miles Turner. And then I'm setting Ruby. I'm kicking Rudy Gobert out the league. Lifetime ban. He's not allowed to play another game in the National Basketball Association. And he's getting extradited back to France. Sayonara, like Shine, going back to Belize. Sayonara, buddy.
What's up with the hate on Rudy Gobert? Can you just explain that?
He hates Rudy Gobert.
I can't stand. What's his real name? Rudy Yard or whatever it is. I can't stand that man. Can't stand him because he talks. I mean, and he said it the other day. Like, I don't mind being an All-Star snub. I'm gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry if they put him in the Hall of Fame. He could go in the France Hall of Fame. I'm
It's the
sorry.
NBA Hall of Fame. Everybody gets in.
I don't give a damn. He could go to the France Hall of Fame. What the hell has he done? What did he do for Utah that his defense was so great? It got him to a conference finals? No. A championship? No. He just blocked shots. He's 7'5" with a wingspan of an 8-footer. So okay, cool. He blocks shots. But if your best defensive player, you have to take him out the game with under 6 minutes to go because he can't switch, he can't guard anybody on the perimeter. Like he becomes a liability, and he can't shoot. He can only get some putback dunks and tips. So what am I doing? Like to me, he's just tall. That's all he is. Like to me, Jared Allen is tall, but he uses his height to jump high and get alley-oops, to block shots at the height of the thing. Like to me, he just does a little bit more athletically, and he can switch onto different, players on the court. And Miles Turner gives me both. He gives me both sides. So,
definitely. Miles Turner's on his team regardless. He's the only guy. He's the only one of these three that can step out and actually make a three. Best free throw shooter among the three right now as well. So I think Miles Turner. But the only thing is, I like Rudy Gobert's rebounding and shot blocking ability more than Jared Allen's, because Jared Allen and Rudy Gobert are basically like the same player.
One is a little bit more athletic.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll give you that, but
and that's what I like. I know I could get more out of you because you have a little bit more to give. You know what I mean? Like Gobert is a statue, and if I was 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan, if all I had to do was stand by the basket for ball rebounds to be caught very easily and shots to be blocked by just putting my hands up, I'd do the same thing too. But to me, he's not really altering the game like Anthony Davis, like a Jared Allen, like a Wembanyama, like Chet Holmgren. They alter the game with their height. That's just how I see it. So, Chet Holmgren could go out to the perimeter and guard you. Rudy Gobert, not a chance.
That's very fair.
Barbecue chicken. So, but yeah, what you got, Sammy?
Yeah, I'm going. I hate all of these guys. So I'm gonna. I'll be honest. To be honest,
who do you like?
Yeah, I'm gonna start Miles Turner for kind of the facts that you guys said. Like he can shoot, and obviously I'm gonna bench. And it was tough for me to choose between Miles Turner and Jared Allen just because age. I kind of wanted to lean towards Jared Allen because he's a little bit younger. But Miles Turner's already proven he can shoot a little bit better than Jared Allen. So I'm especially in today's NBA, I'm taking Miles Turner to start, benching Jared Allen, and I'm cutting Gobert, not for the fact that you guys are talking about, because I think what he brings to your team is still absolutely like incredible. I mean, this plus minus is crazy. Like 6.3 for a center is pretty wild. But I'm doing it simply for the fact that boy's old as fuck, man. And I'm saying old as fuck. We all like over 30. That dude's 31, but 31 in the NBA is very different than.
Can I use your point to make your point, Sammy? I really don't like using plus minus as a stat
because
especially when comparing players, because it's like. I feel like, of course, Rudy Gobert's plus minus is going to be better because his team's better, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So that's why, I
looked at it from a perspective of I feel like all of them are even. Like I wouldn't normally just only.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, Jared Allen and Rudy Gobert are pretty.
Yeah.
The same player.
I think they're all this. I think this was a really good 3 choices by KK. Like
two back to back, man. I mean, get rid of that De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, those first 2 were a little sus though, KK. I mean,
yeah, fine.
The first.
Well, no. The Trae Young one. The Trae Young one was good too because I hated both of them too.
KK,
so.
Who would you rather have, Jason Tatum, Tobias Harris, or LeBron James?
Oh my God!
Start bench cut.
That's basically what you do.
LeBron James.
That's what you do to us.
I'm benching Jason Tatum. And Tobias Harris, I'm kicking him out the league too.
Yeah, that's what you did to us.
He go to the Q League. That's cool. All right, next one. This one I actually really like a lot because they're all very interesting players and how they play. Right now, today, Lauri Markkanen. I know we're fans of him on this show. Victor Wembanyama at the frail age of 19, or Pascal Siakam, who has made Indiana, just like OG Anunoby, the Toronto lost some pieces, bro. They really fucked up when you really think about it. Like, how did they have this and they were that trash? But, or Pascal Siakam. So we got Wemby, Siakam, and Lauri. Go ahead, A-Rod.
Why do I always got to go first? Give one of them the green light here.
Can I go?
I'll go ahead.
Okay, go
Oh, yeah,
Vic.
go ahead, Sammy. Go ahead,
Vic,
Sammy.
go
Up to
Vic.
you.
Turn me down, brother.
I just want to hear. I want to hear what they got to say.
All right, Vic, go ahead.
Oh, no. All right, fine.
Vic, you want me to go? I'll go.
All right,
Vic, let me go. Vic, let me go.
Yeah.
All right.
Please.
All right.
He's
Yeah.
excited.
I am going to start Lauri Markkanen. I am going to bench Victor Wembanyama just because he's just young. Like, he's still young.
Yeah.
And I'm going to I love Pascal Siakam as a person. Like, I think he's like a good dude, right? Like, he's
But he
humble.
ugly,
Like,
that's
he's got
what you're
that.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
he has a
No.
good heart.
No.
She has a good
Something
heart.
and I know his stats show that he's a good player. I just don't like the way he plays basketball. And I know he proves everybody wrong. He's done such great, but I'm cutting Pascal Siakam from my team just because of my personal taste.
You know what he is? He's a like poverty like version of what Giannis is. Because Giannis is ugly to watch play basketball, but it's effective shit. Like I watch him play, I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I watching?
But at least like Giannis looks tough. Like
he looks the part.
Siakam doesn't, bro. Like
Siakam is he's an immigrant, bro. Like they didn't got food like that.
he looks like an immigrant. Like,
he does look like an immigrant.
What's pot?
No, but I like him as a person, and I think he's a genuinely good dude. So
I mean, Giannis is funny. He's interactive. He's cool. Pascal, I don't even know how you sound in real life. Dog. I don't think I've ever heard him speak. I don't think I
he
have.
probably sounds like how people think you sound when they saw you with that hat on.
Hey, come on now, Skip. All right. I just want to go real quick because you said something. I love Lauri Markkanen to death, right? And that's why he's going to be on my bench. I'm starting Wemby, dog. Not only am I going to he's already played, but look at Luka Doncic, what he's been doing in his career. All these kids that come from Europe that have been playing professional basketball at 15, Wemby ain't no rookie. Like if he wasn't on a minutes restriction, I think his stats would be insane right now, and he would be an all-star like easily. But you know how Popovich is. He's really timid. If I have the choice of having a different coach with Wemby, that dude is averaging 28, 14, and 3 blocks right now. I promise you. That kid is so talented, and he's being like.
But we were promised a 3-point percentage better than 30, and we're not getting that. So
I got you.
That can take time, though. That can take time.
That's fine.
That
to
we
me.
said that about Rondo.
Else?
We said that about Rondo. So
No,
Rondo was always.
Rondo never showed he could shoot. We've seen
Look
Wemby
at-
be able to shoot.
Look at Kawhi.
Yeah. Once he figured it,
but the reason is to
Yeah.
take it like with Wembanyama, you got to take the age, but you also got to take history, right? And again, he could be the unicorn we've been waiting for, right? We thought Porzingis was going to be it, but because his knees didn't hold up, and we're hoping Wembanyama's do eventually.
You know
but
what?
I want to see when those
Have you
floodgates
seen him
open up.
stretch? Have you seen him stretch? His pregame stretches. His parents have
My
had
man
him
does
stretching since
yoga.
he was like 3. And the reason why people get hurt that are that tall is because they don't stretch. That dude, Wembanyama, he ready, bro. The league is gonna be easy for him once he's allowed to be him. Oh my God, the league's gonna be easy, bro. I'm telling you, that kid is so talented, and I love again. Lauri Markkanen is such a good basketball player. Like he's so fun to watch. But Siakam got to go. He got to go. Unfortunately, my African brother got to go. A-Rod, you ready to go now?
Okay. I'm starting Wemby.
Let's go.
I am benching the starving African kid in Pascal Siakam. And I am cutting Lauri Markkanen. I have been high on Lauri Markkanen for so damn long, and now he's just finally getting the recognition he deserves. And he's on a shitty team. So
Yeah, but why you got to cut him? He's still a dog.
I'm going to cut him. I'm going to cut Lauri Markkanen. And it's not because I dislike him. I have been high on Lauri Markkanen since he was with the Bulls. I was like, they got something with this kid. And when they sent him to the Cavaliers, I was like, the Cavaliers got something with him. And I don't know why the Cavs shipped him out, and then they sent him to Utah, and now the Utah's like, yeah, we got something in this kid. So I'm happy.
But he was balling in all those places too. Just wasn't getting the opportunity. Yeah.
He's shooting 40% from 3 as a fucking center, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I don't want my centers. I really don't want my centers shooting threes. And there's something about a starving African kid.
Hey, bro, you're not a fan of the modern NBA then.
Yeah, go ahead, Vic. Go ahead. Rebuttal him.
So
That means A-Rod should love Rudy Gobert.
A-Rod made some great points there. No matter how wrong they were. No, just kidding, A-Rod. I love you. I missed it when you said if it was just for this season or for like career.
Right
So I'm just
now,
It's
for this
end
season.
of the year.
Okay,
got
yeah. So
one-
that okay.
one
So
shot.
that yeah, that there's
Yeah.
no doubt in my mind. I'm gonna take the Finnish fister Lauri Markkanen as my starter. The man, like Sammy said, is shooting 40% from three, and it's not like he's shooting 3 threes a game. This man attempts 8 threes a game. I think
That
if he was
overhit. That overhit.
if he was on a better team, he'd have more assists per game as well. His true shooting percentage is 65%. So I love a big man that can make his free throws, shooting 88% from the line. Is Lowry. So give me Markkanen as my starter. And then as my bench player, of course, I'm going to take the man out of France himself, Mr. Victor Wembanyama. As Sammy said, his 3-point percentage isn't there yet. I definitely think it's going to be there. If you're going to ask me take one of these players for the next 5 years, I of course take Wemby. You said this before, KK, about the defensive switchability on him. The guy can switch almost every position. It's incredible. But you guys are talking about unicorns, and nobody's really talking about Lowry as a unicorn. This man's still a 7-footer that can shoot, dribble, and pass.
Right. Good point.
I honestly, I don't think Pascal Siakam even comes close to making this team. I think I'm cutting the shit out of him. Listen, he's a fine player. Good for him. I think I don't really like watching him play. He's kind of boring, but just not the type of player for my team.
All right. I like it. I like your take there because that was beautiful. All right. We got next segment. We're going to keep it going. Who's real, who's not? We're bringing that back. We got 3 teams, three of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. We're going to start with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, just to kind of set the table with Cleveland, I think they're 15-1 in the last 16 games. And a lot of those were without Garland and Mobley. Now Garland and Mobley are back. Jared Allen has been playing fine. Max Strus is back and kind of doing what he's supposed to do, which is to stand by the 3-point line and not having to take on more responsibility. I like this Cleveland team. I really do like this Cleveland team. So to kind of just kick this one off, I want to say they're real. Only problem with them is that they're going to be matchup dependent, because at the end of the day, what if I had to pick, for example, between the Knicks and Cleveland, like last year, I picked Cleveland. I thought Cleveland was the better basketball team, and now I look at it now, I'm like, I don't know if I'd pick the Cleveland over the Knicks, as well as both of them are playing, and as well as Cleveland is playing, unless what's that guard's name? Donovan Mitchell. Unless Donovan Mitchell has like an out of body experience series like he did against Jamal Murray in the bubble, like he's averaging like 50 or something like that. Something just worries me, because like you got 2 smaller guards as your aggressors, and then you put like a Jalen Brunson who's a great defender, you put a DiVincenzo who's a great defender, you put OG on any of them, great defenders. So to me, they can neutralize a lot of that, because their threes are Isaac Okoro, Max Strus. You just got to make sure you keep a hand in their face. You know what I mean? And then Jared Allen, you're not running your offense through him. Evan Mobley, good defensive player. So I don't know. They're real, but if they play a bad matchup, it could be literally like curtains in 5 games. Like that's just how I see it. So real-ish. What you got, Vic?
So we're starting off with the Cleveland Cavaliers, right?
Correct.
All right. So I absolutely think that they're real. They're the number 1 team in the NBA with net rating in the last 10 games. They're above the Knicks, Clippers, and the Celtics, right? They are among the league leaders in team free throw percentage, I believe. Nope, that's the wrong way. Never mind. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA free throw percentage. But still, I like their size. They have about 5 guys that are 7 foot on that team, and they have a player that can go off, get hot, and score you 50 points in Donovan Mitchell. Right. So that's the big thing: is do they have that guy that can bring? Now, do I think that these guys are contenders for the title? No, but I think that they are definitely a playoff team and definitely a team that can make a playoff run.
Do you think? All right. Do you think a conference finals appearance against, let's assume the Celtics, right? Do you think a conference finals appearance would be that's something that's sustainable for them? Meaning Milwaukee, Philly, Miami, New York, Indiana. Like, you think it's sustainable or it's possible? I mean,
I don't know if they're there yet. Beating like the Milwaukee I guess Milwaukee can lose to anybody. They fucking suck. But the Sixers, I don't know. I just don't see them beating either of those teams in a 7-game series. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I guess I would be. Yeah. So no, I don't think they're conference title, but I think they can definitely make it out of a first round game.
Okay. All right. Now, A-Rod, I want to tribute. Moves on to you, but with a caveat really quickly. Do you think, because we're talking about Donovan Mitchell can go out and get you 50 in a 7-game series, he gets you 50 any night. Do you think the head of your snake in Jalen Brunson, do you think he has that kind of capability where in a 7-game series he go out there and score 50? Yeah. Anyway, you think he just go out there and score his 50? Like, remember Dwayne Wade, game 3 through 6 against Dallas back in 2006. He got you 45 every night. So you think Jalen Brunson can do that in a 7-game series right now?
Yeah, I think Jalen Brunson could do that. I think he has the most 40-point games in the NBA right now.
I said 7-game series where you're playing the same team over and over.
Yeah. I think he's capable of doing that. I think him or Julius Randle are capable of doing that. I'm not scared in any way with them. And the Donovan Mitchell scores 50 points. We'll still beat him. We'll give him his pat on the back like D Book or Carl Anthony Towns.
So are they real? Or are they
I think with what they've done in their last 16 games, going 15-1, yeah, I think they're real. Okay. Hell yeah, and with Garland coming back, with Mobley coming back, that makes it more complete. Now, looking at kind of like last year, what I told you when they matched up against the Knicks, I said our bench is deeper. I still think I think their bench is better than ours, but our bench has definitely been playing out. So I got to give our bench props. So I got to see what we.
Tibbs, that bench is gonna be 2 or 3 people coming off that bench during the playoffs.
He's already playing playoff basketball. The other night,
he's not playing.
The bench had a total combined of I think 30 minutes. I think each played on the bench for 10 minutes each. So
that's wild.
Guys off the bench, yeah. So and it's already showing. Julius is hurt. I mean, we're getting Mitchell back. Jalen Brunson tweaked his ankle already too, so it was double like 30 plays the other day.
I gotta slow down on DiVincenzo because I picked him up with fantasy. He's been balling, but I don't want him to get hurt, bro.
He's been doing good. No, I think they're real. I think the Cavs are real.
Sami.
Fuck no, man. I don't think they're real, bro. Like I think they're like a decent like they're better than, the trash teams, of course. But first of all, I think Donovan Mitchell is James Harden soft. Like I think he is James Harden soft. Like I think when it comes to the playoffs, he's gonna drop you 50 and then go quiet. Like once a team realizes you're gonna go, because when it's we've seen it when it's playoff time, a guy's not gonna go off for 52 games in a row. Rarely does that happen, right? Especially against good teams. Like I hate to say it. I'm still gonna say Milwaukee, although anybody can beat them now. I look at the Knicks, man. They grind, bro. I mean, the Celtics, they're not even fucking close, to be honest. Yeah, they fucking cook us in the regular season, but what do they do in the playoffs? Absolutely fucking nothing. And then if you look at their turnover percentage, and you look at their turnover percentage plus how many possessions they have per game, what's the name of the game when it comes to the playoffs? You want more possessions, right? Because you want more chances for threes. That's the modern NBA. Yeah, in net rating, they're like one of the better teams, but they only have like 4,700 total possessions, as opposed to the best teams in the league that have 5,000 or 4,800 plus. Like that's 100 plus possessions over everybody. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe that could account for, they haven't played the same amount of games. Hold on, let me look at it real quick. They have
one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the league in the last 10 games, though.
In the last 10.
In the last 10. Okay, in the last 10. Okay, yeah. But I'm just saying overall, they don't scare me.
Every negative thing that you said about them, you found a positive to like maybe this though. So deep down in your heart, I think you think they're real because everything that you find wrong with them,
I said maybe it's because of the amount of games. But they have the same amount of games as everybody on the stat list. So
But
they
you also
played
said
60
like
games.
even though they have a better this, but
they just got these guys. They just got these guys back that are getting back into the fold. That's what really sold me on them. I totally get what you're saying.
I think though what probably they could benefit from is the fact that I think Miami's regressing. Again, playoffs could happen and things happen, whatever, but it's just they don't look like the same. I love Jaime Jaquez, right? He's injured currently, but they don't, who knows, right? But I mean, if you're talking about battle tested, if you're talking about guys that step up in the playoffs, I'm looking at like a Tibbs-led basketball team that we've seen. I'm talking about, even the Boston Celtics just with their depth and if Porzingis is healthy. I mean, I'm talking about the Miami Heat because who knows what the fuck happens. If they end up in a playoff with the Miami Heat, you know what I mean? Are you going to bet against it? Yeah.
But do you think that they are? I think that they're top 5. And that's what this means to me. Is like, if I think they're real, that means that I think that they're a top 5 team, which I do. I think they're better than the Pacers, better than the Magic.
We're talking about top 5? Is that what you said, KK? Top 5?
Right.
Well, that's the way that's the criteria I use. I don't know how you're.
I was doing top 4. Like I was like, okay, final 4.
I will say this. I would probably put them ahead to the Sixers because we're talking about health and I can't trust I mean, there's no way I could put all my chips.
A-Rod, here he goes. A-Rod, here he goes. Oh, the Sixers.
Listen,
sandbag.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like we won in 6 or 7 in the last.
Shut up, man. I'm still as a Celtics fan, and we're the number 1 team. I'm still more afraid of the Sixers than anybody fucking else.
Let me ask you guys a question. Would this Cleveland Cavaliers team be better with Lowry Markkanen instead of Donovan Mitchell on it?
Oh, shit. That was a trade. That was the trade. That's a very good question. Oh, my God.
I think so. They made the playoffs.
It was Lowry Markkanen and Sexton, right?
Yeah. They have Sexton back.
They had Sexland.
They would be starting 3 7-footers.
That's a roster, bro.
One that can dribble and shoot.
Yeah, you know what? I want to say yes. That would be with him. Oh my God, yeah, that's exactly what they need.
I just don't know what defensively Lowry can do against like a 3. But then I'm thinking it doesn't really matter because you have Jared Allen defending the rim.
Exactly.
So
and Evan Mobley, both very good defenders. Wow, what a great point. And it could literally be like that right now.
Yeah, they fucked up, bro.
That's crazy. They made a New York Knicks move where they just go get the superstar.
Yeah.
Not realizing, like the Clippers getting rid of Paul George, giving up Shea. Like they didn't see what was coming with that. So
nah.
But
so I'm taking it as if you're talking about real, I'm talking about 4, right? Final 4. That's what I think of. Final 4.
Okay.
So I'm still taking Celtics. I'm still taking the Bucks. As much as that kills me to do it, I'm still taking the Sixers, and I'm still taking the Knicks. And I would even put the Heat there too.
I was gonna say
not because only because we lost a lot of money, right? Previous because they've just proven that they could be there, but not currently. But yes, you still have to consider the Heat going on a run, or if they make a trade. I think they're one of the teams that need to make a trade at the deadline.
The only thing that worries me with the Knicks is Tibbs, and I know Tibbs is a great coach, but he really runs these guys down.
Yeah.
He's not learned that many years ago.
After all these years, he has not learned his lesson, which is really wild to me. Like you've had Chicago, Minnesota, and now here. Like you see it every year. Your players break down by March. Like
and the thing Sammy texted me, I think like 4 years ago or 5 years ago when RJ Barrett got drafted. He's like, "Whoa, he played 42 minutes." I was like, "Shit."
Insane.
I told him he was leading the league in minutes played. He was like a rookie.
Absolutely insane.
That's that 70s basketball. He's like, yo, shit. We gonna play you. That's crazy. And they played 82 games back then. Damn. Anyway, all right. Now we got the East. We pretty much got the East taken care of. Let's go to the West. We got Clippers and we got Phoenix, right? Both are very hot right now. Sammy, you were on one. Flowers, roses, all of that. So I'm gonna give you both in mind when the Clippers and Phoenix, and then I'll pass the floor to whoever wants it. The Clippers, unfortunately, have become my new favorite to win the West, even over the Nuggets. Now, obviously, Jokic can do whatever he wants against anybody, but the depth of the Clippers right now is for real. I mean, it's crazy how Russell Westbrook was playing across the hallway with one team that didn't know how to figure out what his role could be. And he's embracing this role for the lesser of the two teams. Like he's overly embracing the role. So that little 180 right there has been very. I mean, to me, that what sealed it for me because I was a little nervous about how Harden and Russ were going to be used. But when I thought about it, I'm like, yo, they played together like 10 years ago. Like, it's not like they don't know each other. Like, they have a relationship that they've had for a while. So it's a little easier for me to say, for example, Austin Reeves is getting minutes over me. I'm going to be pissed. Oh, my boy Harden is getting minutes over me. Okay, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's an easier sacrifice. Kawhi Leonard looks like 2018 again, or 2019. He's back. Like, he's not been missing games. It looks like load management worked or didn't work, or now it's, I don't know, whatever. But he looks like he's ready to go. And Paul George, he is a little banged up. That's what would scare me a little bit with that. But I think the Clippers are the favorite in the West. And in Phoenix, I can never – the way that these teams have been built around Kevin Durant before and after Golden State, I can never trust them. Like, to me, they have just enough to score a lot of points. But when you had to make that key stop in the fourth quarter – to stop Jokic from going for 50 or stop, anybody in the West from going for 50. To me, they don't have the ability. To me, they're gonna be so dependent on mid-range jump shots. And if they're not falling, it's gonna be a rough game because that's what they master in. So it's a little.
That's such a great point, KK, and I just want to piggyback on what you said because I wanted to bring this up on why I don't believe the Los Angeles Clippers are for real.
Okay.
And it goes down to their defensive rating. They're in the middle of the pack when it comes to defensive rating. Offensive rating, and this is for the season, by the way. Offensive rating, they're the tits. They're top 3. They're doing great. But in terms of rebounding percentage, they're in the middle of the pack. Turnover percentage, middle of the pack. Net rating is high only because their offensive rating is so high. So I don't love this team, and the age scares me. They're an old team,
yeah,
and I just don't feel like defensively where it matters. And they're 15th in blocks and steals. They're where are they at? Los Angeles Clippers. They are top 5 in steals, but turnovers.
How similar do you think this is with remember the Lakers 04 team with Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Kobe, and Shaq losing to the complete team Detroit, right? Do you think this is like a similar situation? Because, at that point, you have 39-year-old Karl Malone, you got 38-year-old Gary Payton, you have Shaq, who couldn't stay healthy all year, and you have Kobe, right? So do you think this is very similar to that?
No, because these guys are younger and still. And their 3-point. The thing with them is their 3-point percentage is so damn high. They're shooting 39.9% from 3 as a team for the season. That's 40% from 3 for a season.
Yeah.
I just want to see what the leader was last year because that's so insanely high.
Yeah, when I watch Norman Powell, he never misses a 3 if I ever watch TV.
But Vic, can you pick 4 teams that you think would be better than them in the West?
In the West, definitely the Nuggets.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
So, because they got 3 teams tied for second and third, right? Like they're all like 39.
Yeah. They're all tied for first. Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, maybe? I don't trust them.
You can't say that with confidence, though, right?
No, right. I can't. You're right. Sammy, you're right, man. I don't see a team. The thing that scares me with them is their defense and their age, but I just don't see how any of these other teams in the West are going to be better than them other than Denver and maybe Minnesota.
I don't even know about Minnesota.
I'll be honest. Same. Yeah.
Like, if I have to rely on Karl Anthony Towns, I'm sorry. We don't have
if,
so they're for real,
if the Lakers figure it out and make a trade.
All right, we'll get. Hey, Rob, go ahead. What's your West? Oh wait, Vic. How about Phoenix though? Like, what do you think about Phoenix?
They're definitely not good.
Okay, I like that. That's easy enough for me. Go ahead, Rob.
I think the Clippers. I think they're real. When Sammy said what he said, he was on to something, and I'll give him his flowers there. I think. It's more of Russ identifying who he is now in his career. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. because if it came down to Harden and Russ clashing on the court, then this wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And I think they're mature enough because, like you said, they played together. They know the way that each other's game is because they both played on the same teams together. That one could say, all right, this is the role I'm going to take. And it had to be Russ because we've seen Russ, kind of take that dip or, I personally think the NBA has got like a vendetta against him, but that's another story for another time.
You don't think he just ran out? I mean, he's been going at 100 miles per hour since college. So you don't think he just ran out of gas at some point?
I do. I just also think that like the NBA just sees these flashy young kids and they're like, oh damn, this is a newer Russ. We can play with this now. So it's what let's not get onto that. I like where they're going. I can only see one or two teams out west that are better than them. And as far as Phoenix, Kevin, like they're pretenders, man. I'm sorry, they're pretenders to me. I don't see it. The Bradley Beal thing obviously isn't working. Maybe
it's
because
looking better though.
It's looking better, but I don't think they have a bench. I don't think that it's going to hold up. I think KD at the point that he's not liking something, he's quick to bolt. KD just wants to hoop. We all know that. KD wants to hoop. And I think there's a thing going on there, and pay attention to it. Whose team is it really? Is it Book's or is it Kevin Durant's? Because I'm sorry, like I'm starting to have a vendetta against Devin Booker, and I think it's because he thinks he's hot shit because he's put up 2 70-point games. Congrats.
Yo, A-Rod, I want to let everybody know right now, when A-Rod says pay attention to something, pay attention to something. Because like I didn't even think about it until as soon as he says pay attention to something, I knew exactly what he was going to say. I was like, yep.
A-Rod.
He's already right.
Whose team is it? Like we know Kevin Durant wants to just ball. Okay,
A-Rod.
we can easily say.
Can I ask you?
We can easily say it's D Book's team, but I'm telling you, I think he's like feeling a little certain way about something. And Kevin Durant doesn't like the young players. He just wants to hoop. He wants to play with guys that are like-minded like him. And Devin Booker just wants to shoot out the gym. So I'm not sold on Phoenix. And also Frank Vogel's the head coach. He's just a fucking puppet. So
NBA champion Frank Vogels. Don't forget that. And real quick, Sammy,
I
had a question. I had a question for A-Rod.
But real quick, I just want to say, this was something funny. Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard as teammates would have been hilarious. Like to me, that would be the most interesting duo ever. But go ahead, Sammy.
A-Rod. Now, I'm giving you your flowers because you're pointing it out, and I'm so happy you are. Now, I don't know somebody bashed me for it, but I remember saying when DeAndre Ayton was talking about the Devin Booker situation.
Oh, DeAndre Ayton.
We have, no, I'm just saying, though, I'm not saying, like, he's the greatest player, but there was some smoke there, and everybody bashed, like, oh, you're just a salty bitch. Like, partially. Yeah, partially.
Who the fuck said that?
No, but there was something there with the Devin Booker thing, and I think you're saying perfectly, like there is something there now.
We alluded that a long time ago on the podcast because we said that DeAndre Ayton wanted it to be his team, and then
he wanted more say. Like he just felt
he wanted respect.
Yes,
honestly,
exactly,
he wanted respect.
Exactly.
He was a #1 draft pick. They drafted him. You know what I mean?
But
bro, if Eric Gordon's still getting 30 minutes on your team.
Like, he's still stuck on the Clippers.
No, I'm on the Suns, bro.
Eric,
Suns.
Shit.
I've been watching.
Yeah, he is a Sun. Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of
late night basketball games, and when I watch the way that they play, like, there's just something in body language that doesn't seem right there.
Right.
They gutted their team for Bradley Beal. Yeah. Stupidly.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, Sammy. You got anything to add to that? Because you're on a roll right there. I know you're thinking right.
I got nothing to add other than you know what I'm saying. Like I'm so happy that you guys are giving me my flowers on the Clippers. I didn't pick them to win the whole thing, but I said there's something there. And the only reason why I alluded to it, and this is the only part that I want to make was, I think we as NBA fans, and I think the players, because a lot of them were sitting, were watching what Russell Westbrook was doing with the Clippers in the playoffs, and we're like, damn, that's what it means to give a shit.
he whooped their ass.
That's what it means to give a shit. And I think he, number one, is embracing his role as that guy to be the energy, the spark off the bench. But then everybody else is like, that dude pretty much killed himself for this team last year.
Yeah.
We got to all step up. So that's my part on that. I'm happy it's working out. I think they're for real. I don't think they're a championship team, right? Like I still went with the Nuggets, but I think
You don't think so?
No, I don't think. I
can
hope
see
so.
it. Honestly,
I hope so.
at this point, I'm like, damn, they really got it together. And Ty Lue is proving.
I know.
You know?
I hope so. Like I hope these guys, they have the right veteran talent around, right? The roster construction is there. But I mean, yo, Joker's nice, bro. But the Phoenix Suns, bro. I've been watching a lot of West Coast basketball because like sometimes I'll stay up, watch a lot of 10 p.m. games and stuff. And when I see who the Suns have to put off the bench, bro, or who they have to put, I'm like I saw what's his name, Watanabe, like on the bench. I'm like, that man is still on the. I love that guy. He's a cool dude, but.
What about Bobo?
I'm like, yeah, bro.
Give him a
I saw
standing
it the other
ovation
day.
when
I'm
he
like,
touches the court.
Bobo, yeah, I saw him play against Milwaukee. I was like, yo, Bobo, what?
it's to go the distance. I just don't see it, and I think
Yeah,
A-Rod's right. KD is gonna bolt because I heard Bill Simmons talking about it too. That we're already hearing small little things, and you know with KD, that's how it always starts. Small little things, and then he's like, oh no, I just want to ball. It's nothing. Nah, people, we know we're not dumb.
Yeah. If A-Rod said watch it, we watching it. Pause. All right. We gonna wrap it up with some quick things, some quick hitters here before we go to our naysayers. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. Just real quick, just one word answers. Who would you rather be right now? Forget about the past, whatever. Who would you rather be right this second? A-Rod, Doc Rivers or Nick Nurse?
Doc Rivers.
Steve Kerr or Darvin Ham?
Steve Kerr.
Chris Finch, Minnesota head coach, or Mark Dagenot, OKC head coach?
The guy with the cooler last name.
Vic, go. Doc Rivers or Nick Nurse?
Nick Nurse. Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr or Darvin Ham? Steve Kerr. All right. Chris Finch or Mark Dagenot?
Mark Dagenot.
Sammy, who would you rather be right now, Doc Rivers or Nick Nurse?
Nick Nurse.
Steve Kerr. Ooh, of course you would say that. Steve Kerr or Darvin Ham?
Steve Kerr.
And Chris Finch or Mark Dagenot.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced, and I speak French, Mark Dano, but
Dano.
yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Hold on, now I got see that.
But yeah, who you got? You got Dano?
Yeah.
Croissant. All right, I went Nick Nurse, Steve Kerr instead of Coach Pocket, and give me Finch. I got a 22-year-old Anthony Edwards. I like that. My superstar is 22. Yours is 25. So, all right. Before we get to our naysayers, trade deadline has happened. So, it's happening as we speak. So there's been some little trades here. Xavier Tillman to Boston. You guys like it?
Yes.
I love it.
Sure.
I love it. I really do love it. And then Minnesota getting Monte Morris. Are the Knicks doing anything, A-Rod? Have you seen any beat writers saying anything?
Yeah, it's the same guys I keep saying, but now Utah's trying to get Bruce Brown now. So
The asking price for every good player right now, every solid player right now is high. It's just the market is like,
We said
the
that
housing
last
market.
week. We said that last week.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's
got to keep
crazy,
tuning
Mike.
in.
Yeah, so exactly. So, I don't have anything for the Sixers. The season's over. So, but I want to let my naysayers know something real quick. All right, the University of South Florida Bulls. The University of South Florida Braham Bulls. We number one in the AAC against a FAU team who was in the championship game last year. We number one in the AAC. We got Sharif Abdul-Rahim's brother had and then Chris Finch not Chris Finch, the coach for the football team. What's his name? Golish. Alex Golish and Abdul-Rahim, the athletic director, he did his fucking job. Or he or she? They did their fucking job this year. To get that basketball coach and that football coach at the same time, flowers, roses. So let my naysayers know. Get the word out. We on top. We back on top. All right. Get the word out. We back on top. Go Bulls. Whoever can take it next, because I'm dropping the mic.
That vaunted American Athletic Conference, known for their basketball teams.
Hey,
Everybody, be sure to tune in this weekend to watch the African Cup final and the Asian Cup final. It's going to be absolutely bananas. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Rod.
I told y'all last week I sold one home. Well, guess what? I have 2 homes under contract now.
Let's go.
You better sell them. You better say with your chest.
And I got them on the first time too. First offer submitted, accepted. So
what was your motto?
Rodriguez Realty. I'll put you in your place.
Yeah, right. Put you in your damn place. And let's wrap us up, Vic. I know you always got something funny to say.
No, not today. Not today. Just keep an eye on Jared Reyna and Nottingham Forest this Sunday.
All right. Hey, Rod, where can they find us?
You can find us on Twitter at fair_weatherpod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Search the Fairweather Podcast. And where you subscribe or listen to podcasts, you can catch the
TikTok.
That's Sammy's thing.
Incoming. I got a trip this weekend, so I'm gonna bring my laptop. I'm gonna be working. So
I don't even know how to fucking do TikTok.
We doing it, guys.
You take your time.
Hey, we gonna post our pics too. I want people to see our locks and shit. So we gonna get y'all going. All right. That's all I got. That's all my words of wisdom. Peace.
Bye.